Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mina and this is Hello Fridays, where I like to get away from my corporate job and talk about other things that I like, such as skincare as well as personal finance. And today we are going to be talking about skincare. I'm going to be the first one to say it. I have awful skin. In fact, it is eczema prone skin where I will get intense dryness, flaking, and red patches no matter the humidity or dryness. So I can say that I've been around the block about trying different products to find out what works for me. And today I actually do have a bunch of empties to give you my pros and cons, toot and boot, with a focus on whether or not they are good for eczema prone skin, from one eczema sufferer to another. The first thing I have here is the Avene Eau Thermale, which is the spring thermal water. It is number one, super refreshing in the morning or after a nighttime shower. It's great for when your skin is inflamed or red. It really helps it cool down, but you'll need to put a moisturizer on right after, or else it just dries up very quickly. In terms of cons, not much in terms of like the downsides. I think it is just a really great topper before you put on any other product. Not a necessary step, but a nice to have. The nozzle itself can get a little bit funky after a few usages, so now instead of like a wonderful full covered mist, I usually get like 2 pressurized pee tinkles, and I'm so not into that. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I also don't want to get my floor wet, but it's not that great. Nevertheless, toot, and I always have one on hand or under the sink just in case. The next one I have is an Avene night cream, or like night mask-ish. I unfortunately don't have the bottle because I absolutely threw it away already. But pros, eczema tends to make your skin dry out incredibly quickly, especially at night. And kids, this girl is really thick with a triple C. I use it as a final step in my nightly routine, and it feels like as if like I put a Tupperware lid on top of all my other products for drying out at night. My skin still feels really soft and moisturized in the morning, but a word of caution, because it's so thick, you might want to wait a little bit just before going to bed so it dries out a little bit so you don't feel entirely slimy in your pillowcases. The packaging keeps the product inside uncontaminated and helps keep the tube squeezed. And one thing I really like is it has not too much fragrance, which I tend to find a lot in some Avene products. In terms of the cons, the downside of the packaging is that it does use a lot of like hard plastics for the amount of product that you get. I mean, like, just check out the cap to like from product to cap ratio. Otherwise, I still love it as an overnight moisturizer, and it absolutely helps my skin. So, toot. The next one I have is definitely an empty, but because I threw the other bottle away, I actually have a second one, so I'll talk about this one as a prop item here. So this is the Avene Lotion Toner. The pros is one of the only toners that I've tried so far that doesn't dry out my skin, probably because it incorporates some diluted lotion in it, as you can see here. So it's a little bit murky, but that's because, again, lotion inside the toner. Cons, no real cons. It does its job, no complaints. The only thing is it does have a fragrance, which I wish they didn't have, but otherwise, toot. I bought it again. Check out my skincare haul here on all the other stuff I picked up. Alright, the next thing I have is La Roche Posay Vitamin C Anti-Wrinkling Vitamin C Serum. It feels nice, but that's about it. The cons is it's incredibly pricey for the amount of product that you get, like ranging up to like $50 per 30 milliliter bottle. I used this in less than 3 months, and that's because I didn't even use it every single day. So just think about if you did use it in your daily regime, it's just nothing at the end of it. The dropper is also a really poor design for the viscosity of the product. It feels like there's just not enough suction power to get the product out. And also the other thing is the dropper was on the outside of the bottle when I got it, so it was kind of iffy when it wasn't in some other protective packaging. So boot, mainly because of the high price point and not so much an impact and the dropper issues and the way that they package the dropper outside of the bottle. Alright, the next product that I have here is, again, La Roche Posay Fierce Serum with hyaluronic acid and vitamin B5. The pros is it has a really nice consistency that like melts into your skin. It has a cooling effect, and it makes your skin feel hydrated afterwards. The cons is it's literally the same complaints as a vitamin C serum. Expensive and the dropper issues. Like, I totally don't get why they would leave the dropper out of the bottle and then not wrap the dropper itself in some other wrapping. Right, so here is the ordinary grapeseed oil. The pros is it has a very organic smell that I personally like, as if they literally press the seed extract into the bottle. I never had an allergy reaction to it, but I wouldn't apply this on open skin for sure, such as when my eczema is super angry and red. But it is good for maintenance after everything is somewhat healed up in the meantime. So I think it's good for like the moisture barrier. In my experience, it feels like it's really locking in my product as the second final step in my nightly routine and right before my Avene night moisturizer. My skin feels really smooth right after application and in the next morning as well. Cons, honestly, no cons. I'd buy this again if my curiosity didn't want to try other products. Alright, the last product that we have here is Neutrogena, the Hydro Boost Water Gel, Sunscreen and SPF 50 with hyaluronic acid. Since it is currently summer, I think it's still fitting to fit in a sunscreen. And I'm pretty proud of myself for finally finishing a tube of sunscreen for once in my life before expiry date. The pros. So it's not oily, unlike a lot of sunscreen out there. It dries very quickly once you apply it. It is incredibly light and there's no white cast, so you can take really good pictures. The cons though, there's definitely quite a few. It contains oxybenzone. It's the chemical that helps absorb UVB, that causes skin burns, and it protects you from UVA rays, which is the longer wavelength sister that causes premature aging. You know, like the thing that people care more about than, you know, skin cancer. Why I'm not a big fan of this is because it does cause eye and skin irritation. Not only did I notice that my eyes did sting after application, but also made my skin really, really dry and itchy. And it has a really bad fragrance. It smells like as if they tried to cover over the usual sunscreen smell with something stronger. Would have loved if this was fragrance free. And because it dries so quickly, I'm suspecting that there's some level of alcohol involved to give it that ability. So that's why my skin dries out so much. I've noticed that there was a lot of more dry patches and skin irritation that appears whenever I use this product. I liked this sunscreen at the beginning, but now I've moved on to another option, which is Posay. That was really good. So Neutrogena lightweight sunscreen, I give this a boot. And that's all my empties for this round. I hope you all enjoyed my reviews of all these products. If you'd like to follow me on my journey to find the perfect eczema products, hit that subscribe button down below. If you found this helpful, also please feel free to like the button as well. Otherwise, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Oh, and one more thing, if you have any eczema products that I should try about, please leave it in the comment section down below. I'm always looking for alternatives to my current products as well, or include in my routine. That said, now I can say bye. Bye!